Warehouses have a number of different types of handling equipment at their disposal to undertake the picking process. Let's examine some of the equipment used in picking operations. You should know that most companies utilize a combination of equipment to handle different types of products in order profiles. Manual and mechanical handling equipment. This is the least capital intensive and the most labor intensive. Trolleys, cages, carts, garments, rails, etc. These are pushed along picking aisles or shelving by pickers and have shelves or compartments or slots into which the picked items are placed or hung. They are used in both item and full carton picking. The aisles are usually a minimum of 1 meter wide. Productivity is relatively low, 50 to 80 lines per hour, with pickers spending over half their time propelling the equipment rather than picking. Hand pallet truck, pallet jacks, powered pallet trucks, manual stacker, etc. Hand pallet trucks have hydraulic pumps to enable the operator to lift a pallet sufficiently to be able to move it across the warehouse floor. They are cost-effective for transporting products across short distances. Powered pallet trucks are used for loading, unloading, and picking full cartons and for pallet transfer duties to and from the receiving and dispatch areas. They can be supplied as pedestrian, stand-on, or seated. The choice of truck will depend on pallet throughout per hour and distances traveled within the warehouse. Forklift trucks. Here, both counterbalance and reach trucks can be utilized in the picking process, and each has the advantage over pallet trucks of being able to lift the pallet to a height such that the operator doesn't have to bend down to place cartons onto the pallet. This, of course, will depend on the width of the aisle and the number of orders picked day. These trucks are also utilized to pick full pallets from the racking. Low-level order pickers and towing tractors. Low-level order picking trucks are electronically powered and have the facility of moving 2 pallets or up to 3 roll cages at a time along picking aisles. These trucks are able to operate at first and second levels, with the operator being lifted upwards on a platform. The towing tractors are ideal for horizontal transport and low-level order picking. In operations, when there is a higher number of product lines and insufficient floor space to provide enough pallet pick faces, there is a requirement to pick from the storage slots that are high above ground level. In these circumstances, we need to operate high-level order pickers. The advantages of this system are that we end up with high density of pick faces by utilizing narrow aisle racking in trucks. It can also eliminate replenishment if a random storage system is utilized. However, disadvantages include a much slower retrieval process, less than 30 picks per hour, and a potential for bottlenecks in the aisles, together with the inflexibility of narrow aisle racking. The system is mainly suited for operations with a large number of slow-moving items and low numbers of lines per order. Conveyors carry goods by power or gravity. They are an integral part of zone picking and goods-to-picker systems as they transfer cartons between zones and to the operator workstation. Powered conveyors tend to be used for transferring goods over long distances and utilize belts, chains, or rowers. The disadvantages of a conveyor system include high capital costs, less flexibility, irregular maintenance requirements, and they are an obstruction to both pedestrians and trucks. In situations where there is a high degree of commonality in terms of orders with a known number of delivery locations, such as retail stores, a pick-to-belt system can be utilized effectively. Here, products are picked in bulk utilizing batch picking methods, and items are placed on a conveyor belt. As each item passes a barcode reader, it is identified and diverted to a particular location on the route. The items can either drop into a bin or slide down. Here, the items are consolidated and packed into a shipping carton, a cage, or loaded directly onto a vehicle. The type of storage equipment utilized within the warehouse for pick operations will vary substantially depending on the type and size of product, the throughput envisaged, and the available capital. In situations where capital is at a premium and goods are of low value with very few SKUs, the use of the floor area for storage and picking is totally acceptable. The disadvantages, however, are the low utilization of cubic capacity of the building, operators having to bend down to pick from the floor, and the inability to replace pick pallets without compromising the first in, first out rule. Standards in narrow aisle pallet racking. Standards are wide aisles and narrow aisles. Adjustable pallet racking is used to provide ground floor pick locations and reserve storage for full carton picks. The racking can also be used with high-level order picking racks if there are insufficient ground floor pick locations. There is potential issue of trucks and people operating in the same aisle at the same time. And finally, there is a possibility of congestion at the pick face with a number of operators arriving at the pick face at the same time. Carton live storage operates by means of gravity-fed rollers on adjustable shelving. Cartons are loaded at the upper end of sloping lines in the rear aisle and move down under the force of gravity when a carton is removed from picking face. The rollers can be adjusted to different size of cartons and can also be fitted with a braking system to protect the more fragile items. The occupancy rate is high. Travel time is reduced, and the system is fully first in and first out compliant. Full pallets of stock can be stored above the carton live storage. In this way, utilizing the cube of the area, shelving is used to store less than pallet quantities of products, and items can be stored in their original cartons or bins. There are many different types of shelving, most of which are adjustable with different widths and heights. An alternative to shelving are bin jars, which provide greater security and high-density storage. Where space is at a premium and access to items is intermittent, as is the case of the archived materials and very slow-moving items, mobile shelving and racking, which runs on guides or rails, and it's either manually operated or power, is a potential alternative to static shelving. Carrels are designed for medium to high throughput environments. They are also ideal for small, high value items. There are two types, horizontal and vertical. And finally, A-frames. These machines are similar to vending machines, but on a much bigger scale. They are ideal for high volume items, uniform size and weight. The sorting and picking equipment operates most efficiently in an environment where these two characteristics are present. Typical products might include DVDs, cosmetics, and pharmaceuticals. A-frame systems are capable of filling orders quickly up to 750,000 units per day, 3,000 lines per hour. Depending on the capacity and replenishment capability, they can be highly accurate, with operations recording over 99.95% accuracy. However, this system does require manual replenishment, and inaccuracies can occur when filling the channels.